Oh, good save.
What's up?
What's up?
Joe
What's
Vargas.
up?
Magdian Duarte or Maggie?
Maggie's fine.
Maggie's fine. I don't want the government name. I
The
fucked up.
government name. But yeah, that's my name. That's my actual
Say my name. Say my name.
For anybody who thought my name was Margarita.
Okay. Should we go right to it? There's no other way. No other else. I can't even talk. I had my voice was gone last week, and now I can't even speak. Usyk Fury.
Woo!
What'd you think about the fight?
I thought, you know what? I thought from the beginning, I thought it was going to be an entertaining fight. I think it was a different Tyson Fury from the first fight. You could tell that he did put in a better training camp this time around, but just wasn't enough, man. That dude is, I feel like the further the round, further into the rounds, into the fight, Usyk just, he's like, you know, like when you start the car, he's like letting it warm up. It's like that. That fool just.
It just seemed like the confidence was shifting towards Usyk, and it was leaving Fury within each round.
I think, in my opinion, I think that it looked like Tyson, to me at least, you know, it looked like Tyson was trying to set up a nice right hand, and Usyk was just working.
Yeah,
was just working.
Yeah, it was nice to see. I felt like I said Fury is a great fighter, a great big man, super huge fighter, but I just felt like he took more damage in the first fight, and it showed in this fight. Like, yeah, he came out with a great plan, he was trying to like hurt Usyk with one shot, but
he comes in. You know what? He comes in heavy, and I don't think that. What do you think about that? I think it helps him, or it works against him.
I don't know. I think because I felt like the first fight he hit Usyk with some shots that would have knocked most guys out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of a difference how much lighter he was, but I guess he felt he wanted to push his weight on Usyk. I think he had like a 40-pound weight advantage.
Yeah, I think he was 280 something. Usyk was 240 something, 220 something. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So like 55, 60 pounds, and I told you Usyk's insane. You gotta eat that motherfucker. You're not gonna beat him with weight.
Yeah, you know, and Barry, if you're watching this, he made a great point. He was saying that, yes, he may be on the smaller side, but it actually might be to his advantage because he's very agile, he's very athletic, and he's able to carry on that pace for those rounds.
You know what though, Barry's right, but also that was a normal size for heavyweights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've had some like special guys like Wilder and Fury and
abnormally huge
Joshua, which are like beyond huge. You know, like
specimens. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny how it's always the little guys that beat them, like Andy Reid beat Josh. You know, Andy and Joshua got him back, but it's mostly the guys who are like a little bit more athletic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that can make a difference.
Movers
For
sure.
And you know what? Let me show you. Another word. Oh, never mind. He gave my phone to our producer.
For real?
Yeah. Ali and Usyk are the same size.
Interesting.
The same weight,
Yeah.
the same height, the same everything. And they're both Olympians, gold medalists, and they both like basically they're very equal in everything.
Right.
I had the picture. I was gonna. I'll send that picture. Give it to our producer.
Producer
He
Adam.
could post it on the. See how similar they are.
Yeah.
To one another. And shout out to Adam. He's been doing a great job with the fucking broadcasting the podcast. I mean, editing the podcast.
Yeah.
Great job, man. He's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's worth every penny we pay.
This is all you're gonna get. That's it. 2 seconds of fame. All right.
So, yeah, I don't know much else to say about the Fury Usyk fight besides, like, kind of besides Fury getting hurt by Usyk. I pretty much called it down and I don't mean to sound like a Monday morning. I called it like that. Like, I thought that Usyk was gonna hurt him a little bit more, but
he was catching him.
It was catching him, but it's kind of hard. I guess it seems like Fury didn't want to engage much.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in the fire too long. Yeah, it's you know, I overheard somebody say, you know, it was a close fight. These guys can fucking fight a shit ton of times, but I also overheard you mention for what I think it'll probably be the same result every time.
I think that Fury's it's gonna be the same result, but I think actually Usyk is getting better every fight.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if they did have a third fight, Usyk would knock him out this time.
Yeah.
Because every fight he's just creeping up. And I think there was one body shot that caught my attention from Fury to Usyk. Other than that, he was just landing some nice stuff, but Usyk was weathering the storm. There was a shot he threw I caught it like a bolo puncher, comes right down the middle.
Yep.
He caught Usyk.
Yep.
But Usyk didn't even show it.
Yeah, either he's got a great poker face or it didn't really phase him. But in my opinion, I think in a sense he can take shots well, because if that wasn't the case, he would have been more cautious. You know what I mean? He would have been a little bit more like, oh, I don't know, a little hesitant, and not the case at all.
On a different subject, I want to touch on something that made me very happy this weekend. This weekend I was in Tijuana with my family and this and that, and you shared a couple of the podcast got shared on our page for Between the Bellz, and we have our official first hater, and I feel like we're making it. When you get a hater, it's cool. I like it. I don't mind. I've had little haters, and I'll answer their question. I shouldn't even call them haters, just guys that don't see eye to eye with us.
Yeah.
But this guy kept going, so that's why I called him a hater. But there's people that don't have the same perspective of us and the same, we all think different. That's what makes us who we are. I won't judge you for your thoughts, and I don't mind being judged. I'm doing this on purpose, but I try to respond the best way that I could, knowing the ins and outs of a locker room. Yeah. In a fight in Vegas, in California, and New York, and Texas, anywhere we fought, every state has their rules. And this guy is trying to tell me he knows what's up, Yeah. And I'm like, come on, dog.
It's always that fucking keyboard warrior type person. You know what I mean? Your shit's usually on private, so you don't never really know who are you? Are you a coach? What do you? What's up? What qualifies you?
Yeah, he was saying something I was mentioning how having drinks before you spar, energy drinks, are bad for you, because in a fight you're in the locker room usually in 2 hours before your fight. You cannot have nothing in your locker room besides water, So why give somebody something before sparring when they can't have it during the fight? And he says something well, it's also when you wear big gloves for sparring, you're not going to wear little gloves. No, you're not, because that's different. You're beating up the body with punches, and that's a guy who doesn't know what it's like to get punched. Right. But I was just you know what? I just said 10-4. Enjoy your day, bud. And keep posting stuff like that. I don't care. Yeah. I'll answer you the one time, and the second time you come out with another dumb question, I'll just leave it alone.
All right, bud.
Yeah, go on. Have you strapped up with gloves with fucking the commission right on top of you? Hurry up. You're about to go in the ring. No.
Nope. But, so, in the spirit of the holiday cheer, what say you? We already did.
A Christmas wish list.
Our Christmas wish list of
fights we would love to see in 2025. I'll be happy if Santa brings me 2 or 3 of these. Ooh. Some of them might be a little bit reaching, but just hear it out. You got your list?
I got mine on my phone. Yeah.
Okay, I got mine on the old school way.
I took a picture of of my notes. I wrote them down too.
I got more. So, do you want me to start from the bottom up or top down? And
let me see.
No, you can't see it yet. I'm gonna read it to you.
But that's a lot of fights, man.
Well, I can start from any way you want.
Let's go bottom up.
Bottom up. It's not in a particular order.
Order? So. Neither is mine, I guess.
One of the fights that I would love to see next year, Benavides against Beterbiev.
Ooh. Benavides, Beterbiev.
I was going to put Morale and Benavides, but it's already happened.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for that fight. I respect both guys for taking that fight. But what do you think, Beterbiev versus Benavides?
That is so interesting, because I think Benavides is the taller, right? The taller, bigger man.
They're not that far away from each other.
They're not.
They're right there.
I think I'm a little bit more intrigued by that than I am about him and Canelo. Yeah. Yeah, I am definitely more intrigued. I think that...
She has a tendency to look ahead.
On accident, though.
Yeah, okay. See that shit? She went...
That's a good one. What do you think about that? What about that makes you curious?
I don't know. I just think that fight would be intriguing. Like a high tempo guy like Benavides.
Yeah.
against a bone bruising, hard punching Berdybiev?
Kind of like
who gets to who first? Does the conditioning get to Berdybiev or does the power get to Benavides?
Man, that's such a good one because we've seen what he did with Bivol.
And I feel like they're both strong-minded fighters, so it's gonna be like,
yeah, they're like a head-to-head, like Rams.
Yeah, one of them might break down. You never know. That's what styles make fights.
That's true.
Here, I'm gonna jump on my next fight. I'm gonna read off like a couple of them so that way.
Let's go.
This guy, I picked him. I know it's one of your favorite fighters, upcoming prospects. I picked Bruce Carrington
against
Angelo Leo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Angelo Leo's not a big name, but he's a dangerous guy. He beat Bernardo Lopez.
Yeah.
And he kind of, before that, nobody knew who he was. So I think Carrington is on his way up.
Yep.
And that's like, that might be a little bit too much for him right now.
I was going to say.
Just because of the victory that Leo had. But that's something I like to see at the end of the year. If because Carrington's already calling out big names.
Yeah. I think that's very realistic, though, towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Towards the end of 2025.
I don't know what to call that one because I don't know much about Leo. I just know he surprised me with the destruction of Bernardo. And that's a big win because Bernardo's beat some big names.
Yeah. And Shushu is a guy who's going to stay in the pocket with you. He's not a guy who's going to be backpedaling.
That's what makes the fight exciting.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that fight. I like that fight a lot.
I think I'm going to read 6 numbers off because you only have like 6, I think.
No, I read them all. Fuck it. We got time.
Okay.
It's holiday time.
Here's another fight that I'm thinking of.
I keep looking.
I know you are.
I'm sorry. I can't help
Brian Norman Jr.
Yes.
Against Mario Barrios.
Damn. That's actually pretty possible. That's
Barrios
pretty possible.
has a little bit more experience on the big stage.
Yeah.
But Brian Norman is a force to be reckoned with.
He showed a different side of himself.
And he seems to be getting better and better.
I think he improves with opposition for sure. And that's a really good fight. I think that, ooh, man, I don't know. I think Brian Norman might take that.
Because I don't think Mario Barrios is stronger than Giovanni.
No.
From the outside
definitely
looking
not.
in. But I think Mario Barrios has more in his arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's fought bigger names but I still think Norman Jr. is something special.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what? That's a great point. I do think that knowing how to perform under the lights is a huge element that not everybody has.
Yeah.
Not everybody possesses that. So that's something to point out.
Here's another fight of mine. This fight already happened once.
Rematch? Rematch clause.
Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney.
I thought about that one. I did. But I picked another one instead. But yes, why the fuck not? I think that one, it will do better numbers than the first one. Absolutely. Why not? Fucking make it happen, dude. Next year, he should be good next year.
Free. Mm-hmm. And if Brian beats him the same way, what do we say?
Wasn't the drugs, bud.
And if Devin Haney wins, I think we should erase all the video tips from YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Give him what he wants. YouTube, erase all the fights. Erase all the videos.
It never happened.
It never
happened. Like Men
happened.
in Black.
Yeah. Okay, here's a fight that I really want, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Hopefully I'm wrong. Shakur
Yes.
versus Tank Davis.
Oh, my God. We talked about this. Like, how would this fight play out, like, for real? How would it play out? Because Tank is really good at cutting off the ring, man, in my opinion. He did really well against Frank Martin. And he caught his ass.
Tank just needs to land one.
Yeah. I mean,
he could change the fight with one shot.
Yes. And I'm not comparing Frank Martin to fucking Shakur. Shakur, obviously, you know, he's a wizard when it comes to boxing IQ. But sometimes I feel like it kind of looked like Edwin is De Los Santos, right? De Los Santos,
yeah.
whatever, against Shakur.
De Los Santos doesn't have I think he probably hits harder than Tank. Maybe just me speaking, but he doesn't have Tank's IQ either.
Yeah,
because Tank has a way of setting shots up.
Yeah,
and all I know is that, in my opinion, Shakur can land 25 punches, and Tank just needs to land one.
Yeah, dude, and I think that Tank has a good chin too.
That's why I like Tank.
Tank's low key Mexican.
Okay. Christian Mabili against Edgar Berlanga.
Ooh, you know what? I haven't seen him fight Mbili. I don't even know.
I cornered. Oh my God, dude! Please forgive me. Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
We fought him in Boston.
Yeah.
And I cornered Ronald Ellis against Mabili.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellis is no pushover. It was a good fight. But I think Mabili has gotten better since that fight.
Yeah.
He's just a kid who does pretty much everything right.
Yeah.
Nothing jumps out at you. But that's why nobody really hardly knows him, because nothing jumps out at you. I'm like, God damn, this kid's special. But he does the right things.
He's one of those guys who can make you look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that one. I think Berlanga showed me a lot with Canelo, so we'll see if Billy wants those fights with Canelo and those guys, he has to blow Berlanga out the water. But I don't think Berlanga's easy to get out.
I agree, and I think that 168 it needs some spice in there.
Yeah.
Throw somebody else in there, man.
Virgil Ortiz.
Oh man, I fucking forgot about him, dude.
Versus Sandor Sayas.
Oh, that one was supposedly gonna happen.
Virgil might be a little bit ahead of the curve right now when it comes to Xander, but Xander is
He's game.
He's game.
He is game. That kid is game for sure. And he's a well-rounded fighter. That kid. He's learning. He's still needs some experience, and I think that Virgil has a little bit more. But that's a good future fight. I know that's gonna happen eventually. That's a good one.
Okay, and here's another one.
I keep looking. I'm sorry.
Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
Versus Conor Ben.
That's a good one.
I got Conor Ben on that one, dog.
That's a good one. I completely forgot about Boots Ennis, man. My list is a little tiny.
I don't have nothing against Boots, but I just think that Conor Ben is a more aggressive, stronger fighter. You guys go ahead and crucify me. I just think he's a little bit better.
Man. I think it's time for that dude to come over here, Conor Ben. Fuck all the whatever. That shit's in the past. It is what it is.
Lindolfo Delgado versus Teofimo Lopez. If Lindolfo wants to jump into the fence, to the other side of the fence, why not go after the big boys?
I got Teofimo.
All right, so do I.
I got Teofimo all day.
Me too.
However, Lindolfo is that guy who, he's not going to make it easy.
Teofimo has a problem with tall guys. That's why I threw that in there, because Lindolfo's not a short guy.
I also think that Teofimo has something with opposition. I think that the better opposition, the better Teofimo you're going to get. And I think that when the opposition's like whatever, he's kind of like gets bored. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that, and that gives him a chance.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Let's see what we got.
Camarón Cepeda.
Oh, man, I forgot about him.
Versus Keyshawn Davis.
Fuck, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. I'd say that's very possible with this whole turkey shit going on.
Brad Goodman, give me a call, dog.
What's
Better
up?
matchmaker over here.
What's up, bud? That's a good one. That's a good fight. Because both are game to stay in the pocket. Those guys are going to backpedal. They're going to stay right there. Keyshawn, though.
You got Keyshawn?
Yeah.
That's hard. I don't know. Cepeda didn't look too good his last fight, and Keyshawn looked good. So
yeah. Keyshawn embraces the chaos.
I probably have to lean towards Keyshawn, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good one, though.
Here's one that I feel like I'm reaching.
What is it?
Anyway.
Oh, man. Don't tell me it's against, because I think, who?
Bam Rodriguez.
Yep, I put that one down for mine, too. God damn it. Now I only have 5 fights. No, you're not reaching. Let's meet at 118.
I would love to see that fight
Let's
at 118.
meet at 118. You know what I mean? Why not? I think that would be a great fucking fight.
I think if anybody can beat Anyway, it would be Bam.
Yeah, I agree. For the sake of boxing.
But the only thing that's scary, he's young.
Yeah.
But can his youth persevere?
And Bam has beat some legends, but besides Sonny Edwards, which I don't think you could compare to Inoue, he hasn't had that solid in his prime. Huh?
Who?
Bam.
Oh, he hasn't had a fighter in his prime.
Right?
Is Inoue considered his prime?
He's early 30s.
That's what I'm saying. Is that considered his prime? Because he beat Gallito Estrada. He beat a couple big names.
Yeah, he beat Cool Boy Steph, and that fight was supposed to be really well. Pantera and Eddie too. Both those fights.
You're talking about Inoue. I'm talking about Bam Bam.
Bam. He beat Gallito Estrada, but he wasn't. Gallito Estrada is pretty much like
a half a chicken, half a gallito.
Ali on his way out.
I'm gonna go with Bam Bam on that one because I don't like Inoue. The only fights in Asia.
I like Inoue.
I know you do.
That's a tough one for me.
Last one. I'm pretty sure you have this one too.
Let me see.
Canelo
Against
Crawford.
No, I do have Canelo on my list. Although I would love to see that fight. I like stylistically. I want to see that.
Christmas list.
I just, Terrence, he's not the type to go backpedaling. He's, I think he can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you already know Canelo's only going to go one direction.
What would Terrence have to do to take away from Canelo? Because Terrence is good at taking away what you're good at.
Yeah.
But usually he takes away what you're good at and he does it to you.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me he's going to walk Canelo down?
No, I don't think he'll walk him down. I think, man, I don't know. See, this is why I want to watch it.
See, that's why I always tell people, like, people always use a reference, and I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. People always say, get off the line. Get your head off the line. The best fighters that I know right now, they own the line. So, they move there, but they're right there. They're daring you. They walk the line like Johnny Cash. So, I don't know that fight. I think Coach Bashir said it the best. I'll go with the greater big man because they're both great.
Well, he's man, it's because I know Terrence is he moves really well, man. But that power, that's the equalizer.
When is the Pacheco fight?
That's did we fucking miss it? Did I not watch it? I'm gonna have to. Sorry, producer Adam. I'm fucking gonna Google it because I forgot.
Because I thought it was coming up this weekend.
I thought so too. Versus Nelson.
Sorry about that.
Oh, what the fuck?
What happened?
Oh, it's not till January 25th.
I told you, dog.
Golly,
I paranoid.
I could have sworn I saw December 17th.
Little off.
I saw
a whole month and a week.
Golly.
That's recent.
So that's it. That's it for your list. That's all of them.
That's 12.
For real?
Yeah.
I blacked out.
Let me see your list.
Ready? Yeah. Well, I can't even count the first one.
See,
it's handwriting. It's not. It's a picture of my handwriting. Whatever, bro. Bam versus Inoue at 118. I put the weights.
Oh, okay.
At 118. We already went through that. The next one. I'm excited because I kind of like these. Vaquero versus Divino at 130.
Ooh.
Let's go. Let's make that one happen. That's very possible. Top Rank. What's up? They're both with you. 130. Vaquero Divino. What do you think about that one?
I'm going to go with Vaquero on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to watch that.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it. I don't know. I just think Vaquero, it's hard to prepare for a guy like that. It's also hard to prepare for a guy like Divino's height. So
yeah.
I'm leaning towards Vaquero, but I wouldn't be surprised if Divino pulled it off.
Yeah, I think that's a classic. Fight. They might even go like.
And
trilogy.
that's like a very that motherfucker has a nickname I never heard nobody else have, Divino.
And it fits. It's
Divine.
Good. Yeah, it's a good name. He carries himself like that, you know?
Yeah.
The next one, Tank. I have Tank on here. No, just once. Tank versus Teofimo at 140.
That's an easy fight for me to call.
What? Call it.
Teofimo.
For real? You think so?
At 140, he's not that good. He couldn't even, like... Tank couldn't even hurt Barrios that good, you know?
Yeah, he had to fucking really pull it off in the 11th, I think it was. That's interesting. I like that one. And then I put Teofimo's on my list twice. Teofimo against Ryan Garcia at 147.
Oh, I got Ryan on that one. That fucking crazy hook.
That's a good fight.
147 coming that hook flying.
Yeah.
But I like that fight. I like both those fights, as a matter of fact. I like all your fights except for Inoue. I had that one too.
Okay, this one, not many of you. This is gonna sound funny because it's double names like Mahi Mahi. I don't know. Let's see if the boxing world knows. At 126, I want to see Shushu Carrington against Chop Chop Gonzalez because I like both of them.
Chop Chop's still green though.
That's a good fight though. 126.
But how many fights does he have? Like 10 or 5?
More. He's got over 12.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah. He's just now kind of like breaking into the market. Next, hey.
At the end of the year?
Yeah, the end of the year. Why not?
Poor fucking Bruce. He has another fight at the end of the year with me too.
That's a.
Hey, but if your name's getting called upon, you're doing great things.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's kind of like a clash of styles because they're similar.
Yeah.
They're very similar. Very confident.
You know, to be truthful, I didn't know much about Chop Shop till you sent me that video, and I was like, oh, he's pretty good.
Good.
But
you're right. I do agree with you. He's still kind of, but I think it's a great fight for sure. It's a classic.
It is.
Next one, Murataya against Keyshawn Davis at 135. What do you think about that one? Because that one's like, I got Keyshawn on that one. I'm not gonna lie, just because of like,
he's a dog.
There's something that he has that I just don't see in Murataya, in my opinion.
Which is what?
It's just this like X factor, man. You can't pinpoint it. It's just like the whole package. I'm not like a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I think Keyshawn just got just a little bit more than Murataya.
That one I'm 50-50.
It's
now.
Tough.
I don't know who to pick because I think that Keyshawn would stay there with Murataya.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Murataya is like, maybe he's one of those guys that just a superstar in fucking training.
Yeah.
And the fights are something lacking, you know? But,
and not always just like, I don't know. I have Keyshawn. It's like a 55-45 for me.
Damn.
Yeah. Very close. It's close. And even though, okay, whatever this recent loss, but I still want to see Berlanga and Munguia at 168. I still want to see it. Why are you laughing?
Because at first I thought that Munguia had a strong chance of winning.
Yeah, me too.
But after landing that right hand from a 160 pounder who had 4 knockouts.
It's tough, huh?
For a guy who's notorious for once at knocking everybody out in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
That's why I want to watch it because, a lot of people, they discredit Berlanga.
Munguia has the power, too, to catch Berlanga. And Berlanga's been dropped, too, so.
They're both a little chinny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's still a fight that I want to see. And why not? Fuck it. Make it happen. Let's make it happen next year. And at 175, I'd like to see Beterbiev against Canelo.
No, hell no.
Come on, man.
Hell no.
Let's watch it.
That's Canelo's last fight, dog. Hell no.
At 175, let's go.
Canelo's going to die on his own sword, dog, because Canelo's all balls and heart, and he's not going to back up, and that's a tough guy to take shots from.
Yeah, that is for sure. And it's like meeting his match with a little bit more
even
pop.
though Bellz said that Canelo hit harder?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
No, he said that he
loaded up harder.
He loaded up, and Beterbiev was just here touching, and he could feel it.
That's the scary part. Like, Canelo, if he fought Beterbiev could see those load up too. He'll punch her between that.
But it depends on how if that power carries well and if he's precise and he could land like a decent shot. Because Beterbiev's also been dropped too.
Yeah. And
Canelo's never been dropped, from what I understand. Yeah. He's gotten maybe wobbled once.
Yeah.
But he's got a chin of the gods. So, yeah. And then last but not least, at heavyweight, I am still interested in seeing Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua. I'd still like to see that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why not?
It's funny. When I went on the list, I went from all the weight divisions to see fights I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And there's nobody at heavyweight
neither.
Cruiserweight that I wanted to see.
I fucking forgot about cruiserweight.
I didn't even check the mini weight, the flyweight.
Neither did I.
I didn't want to check nobody. Everybody's mostly at 26, 30, 35, 40, 47.
Yep.
Skip 54, 68.
Mm-hmm.
60 didn't have nobody. That Lara there. At least Landy Lara. And
60's dead right now.
Yeah, it's dead. So, yeah.
Ever since Gennady left, I think 60's been dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. But I was like, nah, heavyweight, there's got to be something. And I was like, you know what? These guys are both coming off losses, and just let's see a spectacle. You never know. It could be very entertaining.
Could be. I like to see. In that case, you want to go like that. I dig deep. I like to see Joshua against Wilder.
That's a good one too.
Battle of old men now.
I'd love to see that too. And I thought about that one, but I was like, I think I'd rather watch him against Fury.
Hey, I know we're almost done with this podcast, and I'm kind of like embarrassed to ask you, but where the fuck is my money at, dog?
Hey, you know what? I forgot.
I know you did, because when it's time to pay, people forget.
I always do, man.
When it's time to collect, they don't forget.
I was like, hey, we got to be careful. We got to tread softly because, we might get rolled up on. I owe somebody some money. And here it is. In the stocking.
Why is it folded?
Well, the stocking was bent, so.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
There should be prestige.
Well, one of them is the crispiest. But it smells new. But the other one, his twin left me. I don't know when.
Did you get that from Rogelio?
No, I got this from, I can't remember where. I think the taco shop.
It might be Rogelio from Pacers, dog.
I don't want to smell that one if it's from Pacers. But here we go.
She's a woman of her word.
2. The crispiest. One of them. Half.
She had Fury. I had Usyk.
I was almost fucking whatever.
Almost. Call her Olak.
Well, Olak, that's from Apocalypto, huh? Elaborate.
When it almost killed the second in command for the Aztec tribe. Yeah. He almost killed him, and he says, I'm going to call you from now on Olak. That means almost.
Golly.
So, next week, what are we touching on?
Next week, what do we have?
Any fights this weekend?
Fights, actually.
Oh, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas, so it's football. You know I don't be watching no fucking football. I don't watch no fucking football.
What's foosball?
It's the devil. Boxing schedule. Let's see.
Not till next month.
I think so. I think Golden Boy just had their last card. December 31st. Nothing that sticks out. Nope.
Regardless, last week we touched on losses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because Habib lost. And we got a call for a fight for Habib on the A side for the WBC Youth Latino. Silver or something. Youth, no, not Latino.
It's like Youth Intercontinental.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, Youth
So
Intercontinental.
it goes to show you that Habib has a chance to redeem himself. He's going against a really good guy who trains with one of my buddies in Vegas. And it's just the way the ball bounces. My boy sent me a message. Are you fighting on the... And I said, yeah. And unfortunately, it's against you guys. And, and he knows and I know that it's a fight that we're both kind of like pushed into.
Yeah. And
he sent me a little message with like 2 hands shaking hands and saluting me and see me at the fight, and then, it is just the way the sport is. Sometimes you're working the corner with a team, and then the next time you're facing them.
Each other. Yeah.
So I regardless of the outcome of the situation, I'm excited to fight against them. Fabian will be fighting February 16th with his brother in Salem, Oregon, and
it's not where they burn the witches.
And Javi will be fighting for a title, and hopefully we can pull this one off. And Jose will be fighting a guy 7-1. And like I said, we take risks. We fight good people. We don't fight guys that we can easily destroy. We don't learn nothing like that.
Absolutely.
So
doesn't make you any better.
I wanted to elaborate on that, on Javier's upcoming fight. And it's not as important as our last. I mean, who doesn't want to win every fight?
Yeah.
But if you learn from those losses and it makes you a better fighter, hopefully that's a story to tell later on for Javier down the road when he's facing people ask him, why did you lose those fights that he lost to undefeated guys? We'll have a story for that when the time comes.
Absolutely. That's part of the story, like you said, rewriting your own book, and like I had mentioned to you before, I had heard this, and it's like losses are an opportunity to look at what's not working and make those changes that you need to make, you know? So if you can't look at it that way, and I'm not saying like that's the right or wrong way to look at it, but you have the choice. You have the choice to look at it in a positive light or dwell on that shit and sulk. So I don't think that's productive at all. So yeah, you have the opportunity to switch that around, and later on it can be a fucking inspirational story for somebody else. So you never know.
Well, on that note, guys, please make a comment, subscribe, like, share.
All that shit. Hate, whatever.
Whatever. We're on YouTube. We're trying to get this shit off the ground. I mean, we're not trying to sound thirsty over here, but the more you guys like it, the more that we get, the more we keep doing this. And we're excited to always give you guys feedback from our experience and what we're doing. And thank you guys for all you guys that do listen.
Please do any fucking recommendations on topics and stuff. That would be great. Phenomenal. Peace out. Oh, happy holidays and shit, no?
I don't know if you guys get offended by that shit, but Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, all that shit.
Y Año Nuevo, y pinche...
Kwanzaa? Hanukkah?
All that shit.
All that, yeah.
This has been a Point and Yell production. Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.